Ayo, what is poppin' poppers? In today's video, we're going to be going over my entire Rick and Morty Funko Pop collection. So let's get right into it. Alrighty, so I've worked really hard in this video, about like 2 hours of footage, and I let's just say it's the longest video that I've made. But yeah, the video is like 50 minutes long. I have a couple of newer ones from the upcoming season. I have exclusives, I have commons. I have 70 of them. I'm only missing a handful of pops. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive right into the video. So here's the view that we're going to be going with for today's video. No face cam. This gives me a better opportunity to display the pops better. So that's why I like doing these kinds of this kind of view for my collection videos. I've done this for collection videos in the past, and you guys said you liked it, so I'm going to keep it as like this for my my collection video today. But yeah, we also have this poster which you're seeing right now on the screen, which is the Pickle Rick and Rick kind of behind him. It's a cool poster that was made by Yugoanimations on Instagram. I won this from a giveaway a while back alongside with Deadpool as Bob Ross and Pennywise from It. But yeah, this poster is done by Yugoanimations, really awesome artist from Instagram. He sells a lot of really awesome posters, which are kind of like pop themed and stuff like that. A lot of anime like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. So if you do want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description below. Highly suggest checking his work out. Alright, to start off, I'm going to start off with like the smaller things. We have Compropulus Michael, which is the Pocket Pop that was exclusive to the GameStop Blitz and Chiss mystery box, which came with Rick and Chair, Morty and Chair, and the Roy, which we had a chance of getting 2 of those. I think Roy was the hardest one to get out of that box. But yeah, here we have Compropulus Michael. It's just the same thing as the actual pop. It's just into a Pocket Pop form, and it's exclusive to the GameStop. So next up, we have like a couple pins. Starting off, we have this Top Pops pin. I'm actually not supposed to say this, but Top Pops is actually secretly Rick from Rick and Morty.
Wubba-lubba-dub-dub!
And then next up, we have this blue Blitz and Chiss pin, which is from the Blitz and Chiss mystery box, which came alongside the Compropulus Michael and the Roy and Morty and Chair and stuff like that, or Rick and Morty and Chair and Roy. And there's 2 of them actually. There is an orange one and a blue one. The blue one, which came with the Roy box, and the orange one came with like the Morty box. I just happened to get the Morty one out of my box. This one's already the orange one. And Top Pops actually had 2 of the blue ones, so he gave one to me because he said he didn't really want it. So next up we have this pen, which was given to me from NickTheFunkoGuy. It's practically just a Rick pop on top of a pen. They have a couple of these. I think there's like a Morty one, Snowball, Bird Person, Mr. Booby Baho, I believe. There's a couple of Rick and Morty character pop pens out there. You can get these at EB Games for a cheap price actually. Like I believe like they're selling them for like $1 to 50 cents, somewhere in that range. Alright, now that we're done with all the small things, let's get right into the pop. Starting off, we have Pickle Rick, which is 333 in the pop animation line. In this line, we have Scary Terry Beth, Jerry, Summer, Lawyer Morty, and Young Rick. This is actually a really awesome pop. They first released this when, they actually released this afterwards, because this whole line was released first, and then Pickle Rick was released afterwards alongside with Pickle Rick with Laser, which I'll also show off in a second. But the reasoning that it wasn't on the original box is because I believe this was a character that they wanted to make afterwards just to see how well the episode was going to do. And it did really well, so they ended up making a lot of Pickle Rick merchandise. And it sold really well, so they keep on making Pickle Rick merchandise. Yeah, next up we have Pickle Rick with Laser, 332 in the pop animation line. Same line as the Pickle Rick over there. The only difference between these 2 pops is that this one's actually holding a laser, as the other one is has like these 2 metal, I guess, knives on his arm. I don't know what to call them. I believe they're screwdrivers or like drills of some sort. It's a really neat pops. They're really well designed. Like I have to say, these are probably like the 2 most detailed pops that I own. Like how he has a pickle staple to the side of him is really awesome. Like because I believe in the show he got shot, so he grabbed a pickle from a burger and slapped it on the side of him so that way he could heal the wound. I thought that was really awesome. And the other one is practically just the same thing. The rat suit's really well detailed as well. Like they have like the nerves coming from his head and everything. It's just so well done. And another Pickle Rick pop we have here is the green translucent Pickle Rick, which was exclusive to FYE. I actually managed to get this one for, I believe it was from Christmas. I got this one, but I believe the person got this from Sunrise Records. So if you are Canadian and you're looking for this one, Sunrise Records has the FYE exclusive Pickle Rick. I don't know if they carry it anymore because I know most Sunrise Records don't carry pops anymore for some reason. And once again, another Pickle Rick we have is the previews exclusive Pickle Rick. It's kind of sitting in the box weird. I don't know why. Because the stand behind him kind of pushes him up. It was a poorly made insert, but I don't know. That could be on my side. I don't remember seeing him like that. He's in the same line as all the other Pickle Rick pops. And finally, the last Pickle Rick is the previews exclusive San Diego Comic-Con 2019 shared exclusive to Entertainment Earth, 25,000 pieces glow-in-the-dark Pickle Rick. I actually take out the glow-in-the-dark because this thing actually doesn't glow in the dark at all. I've tried countless times to make this thing glow in the dark. It just doesn't glow in the dark. It's just the same thing as this one. And I picked that one up from, I believe, I actually don't remember. I don't remember where I got that one. Next up, we have Tiny Rick. This is a box lunch exclusive, and he is $4.89 in pop animation. In this line, we have Teacher Rick, Slick Morty, Noob Noob, Fruipyland Beth, Kiara, and Unity. This is personally one of my favorite Rick and Morty lines that they've made. It's probably in second place. First one, I'll talk about that later on in the video. But yeah, here we have Tiny Rick. This is actually one of my favorite Rick and Morty pops. I keep it in the protector just because it's so awesome. That was a really bad voice crack. I really do love the Tiny Rick pop. It's probably one of my favorite episodes in Rick and Morty overall because it was such a great episode. And it was a part where he was singing about how he's stuck inside of a kid's body or a teen's body or something like that. And it was just a great episode overall. So next up we have Gearhead. This was an NYCC 2018 exclusive. This was a shared exclusive to Target. And in this line we have Prison Break, Rick, Sentient Arm, Morty, Warrior Summer, Hemorrhage, and Rick Facehugger. But yeah, here we have Gearhead. Such a great pop. I honestly love this pop because it's a translucent pop and you can kind of see like gears in his body and stuff like that. This pop was actually sent to me from FairgameToyStore. FairgameToyStore is a really awesome pop company that sells mystery boxes and pops and stuff like that. So if you want to check them out, I'll put a link in the description below. They were really kind enough to send that out to me. And also, Gearhead, it seems to be returning in season 4 of Rick and Morty, which comes out, I believe, either today. I don't know when I'm posting this video because I'm recording this like a week in advance. I don't know when I'm going to be posting this video, either Sunday or Monday. But yeah, Gearhead is in season 4 of Rick and Morty by the looks of the trailer. I'm super excited to see Gearhead back in the show since he was not in the show for a while. I don't know why. Probably due to the fact that Rick did this to him and he was not talking to Rick at all after that. I wouldn't talk to Rick too if he did that to me. But yeah, Gearhead's finally in the show again. I'm super excited to see what he's going to be doing in the show. So next up we have Slick Morty. This is $4.40 in pop animation. Same line as Tiny Rick, so you could take a look there if you want to. I actually don't remember what episode this character is from. I don't really remember this character. All I know is that he's holding his shirt up kind of and he has like a barcode on him. I don't know. I don't know too much to say about this character. It's just another Morty pop. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Morty pops. I think it would be better if they start making other characters rather than just Rick and Morty. Like, I love seeing like the other side characters like Gearhead or Gluty, Mr. Meeseeks, Dr. Xenon Bloom. So next up we have Mr. Meeseeks. This is 174 in the pop animation line. In this line we have Weaponized Rick, Weaponized Morty, Mr. Meeseeks, Squanchy, Bird Person, Mr. Booba and Snowball. Now this probably has to be my favorite line because there's an exclusive for like almost every single one of these characters and 2 other exclusives. There's just so many exclusives in this line, in this roundup, I guess, in this line, I don't know, wave, I guess. So basically what I'm saying is for Weaponized Rick, there's a chase, Mr. Meeseeks, there's a chase, Squanchy, there's an exclusive, Mr. Booba there's a Hot Topic exclusive, and Snowball has a Comic-Con exclusive. There's an exclusive for most of the pops in this line except for Bird Person and Weaponized Morty. Mr. Meeseeks is probably one of my favorite characters from Rick and Morty, and I'm super excited to see him back in the show in season 4. It looks like he's going to have a big appearance in the show, so I'm super excited to see what he's going to be doing. There's also another Mr. Meeseeks pop, which I don't own as of right now, and it's a Kirkland Meeseeks. That was actually released last week. I'm definitely going to be grabbing that one actually. Every single pop in the line I'm going to be grabbing because they all looked really awesome, and it's all for the upcoming season. And alongside Mr. Meeseeks, we of course have the Chase Mr. Meeseeks. This is such a fantastic chase pop. Honestly, I have to love this pop. This is probably one of my favorite chases. This is when Gary couldn't get his golf game or his stroke game. I don't remember what it was called, but he couldn't play golf properly, and Mr. Meeseeks had to help him. And this was when they were in the restaurant, and Mr. Meeseeks wanted to see Jerry hit the onion into the cup, and he started raging. Such a great pop. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite chases to ever be made by Funko because it's so well detailed. The difference between this and the common is that he's holding a gun in this one and he's kind of raging, and it's such a great pop. Also, I forgot to mention, Slick Morty I had gotten from EB Games, Mr. Meeseeks I got from, I believe, Indigo, and Mr. Meeseeks Chase I got from Top Pops. Top Pops actually gave me that one. Next up, we have Dr. Xenon Bloom. This is $5.70 in the pop animation line. In this line, we have Purge Suit Rick, Purge Suit Morty, Berserker Squanchy, Exoskeleton Snowball, which is a 6-inch, Dr. Xenon Bloom, of course, and Resistant Goldenfold. This pop glows in the dark. It doesn't glow in the dark too well, but I don't want to take it out of the box. Really, I don't want to touch it at all because this pop feels so weird. It's like, it has like a weird kind of feeling on the outside of it. I hate it. But yeah, Dr. Xenon Bloom was from the episode where they had an anatomy park inside of, I forgot his name, but it was someone, and they had to make him big for Rick and Morty to get out, or for Morty to get out because Morty went inside because they lost connection in the headphone. I don't remember exactly what happened, but something like that, where Morty had to end up going inside and helping him out. But yeah, rest in peace, Dr. Xenon Bloom. So next we have Prison Break Rick. This is $3.39 in pop animation. In this line we have Prison Break Rick, Sentient Arm Morty, Warrior Summer, Hemorrhage, and Rick Facehugger. This is from the episode where Rick was breaking out of the jail, I believe, which Kermbopulous Michael was holding him in. I might be wrong about that, but at least Prison Break Rick, I'm just taking assumptions. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's such a great pop. I believe I picked that one up from EB Games, and I also picked up Dr. Xenon Bloom from EB Games. So next up we have Young Rick. This is a Hot Topic exclusive. This is 305 indie pop animation line. In this line we have Scary Terry, Beth, Jerry, Summer, Lawyer Morty, and Young Rick. Young Rick is actually a Hot Topic exclusive, but he shows on the back, so kind of looks like he's a common, but he's not. I believe this one actually came in a mystery box, or like a box you had to buy from Hot Topic. It wasn't really a mystery. This was a pop that was going to come in it. This was the only pop that you could get, I believe. And it came in like a box from Hot Topic. I didn't end up buying the box, but actually Tristan Top Pops did, and he gave me this pop at Toronto Comic Con, I believe. But yeah, really awesome pop. This is from the episode where they kind of went back into Rick's memory, and he first invented a portal gun, and that's when Beth and Rick's wife had the explosion. The bomb dropped out of the portal, and kind of boom. So next up we have Unity, which is 444 in the pop animation line. In this line we have Teacher Rick, Slick Morty, Noob, Unity, Kiara, and Freaky and Beth. Unity was actually Rick's girlfriend, I believe, which is from the episode where Unity is literally everyone, and if Unity is not in everyone, then everyone goes crazy. So Unity helped out all those people, and I believe Rick was Unity's boyfriend or something like that. They had a relationship, and it was a really weird but awesome episode. So next up we have Rick Facehugger. This is 434. So next up we have Rick Facehugger. This is 343 in the pop animation line. In this line we have Prison Break Rick, Sentient R Morty, Warrior Summer, Hemorrhage, and Rick Facehugger. This pop is actually a weird pop. I don't know. I don't remember seeing this in the episode, in any episode as well. There probably was an episode where this guy was in it for maybe a split second, because Funko does do that where pops are in, like the characters are in the episode for a split second and Funko makes them into pops. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that, but he was a GameStop exclusive. I actually got this one from EB Games. This pop was out for a year and I couldn't find him anywhere, and it was like going for a crazy price online, and then he ended up actually falling in price because he was at $40 at one point, and now he's at like 15, 20, around that range. But yeah, I managed to find it for actually retail price at EB Games, because in EB Games next to me, which no one knows about and no one goes to really, they had him there, and they're always stocked in pops at that place, because no one knows about that place. It's in such like a hidden spot. But yeah, they ended up having this guy, and for a retail price a year after he released, so I was super hyped about that. So next up we have Resistance Goldenfold. This is 571 in the pop animation line. Same line as Dr. Xenon Bloom. So we have Pursue Rick, Pursue Morty, Berserker Squanchy, Resistance Goldenfold, Dr. Xenon Bloom, and Exoskeleton Snowball. This is actually a really awesome pop. Honestly, I would love to see more Goldenfold pops rather than them making a bunch of Pickle Ricks. I would like to see a Goldenfold where he's like a normal Goldenfold rather than just being Resistant Goldenfold. There's 2 episodes which I believe this guy's from. I don't know if he's in from the Cronenberg episode where Rick turns everyone into like those monsters. I believe they're called Cronenberg. I think that's what they're called. Or he might be from the episode where it's the big heads that are the gods above the island. He was outside the church, something like that. I don't really remember. But yeah, there we have Resistant Goldenfold. So next up we have Hemorrhage. This is 342 in the pop animation line. In this line we have Prison Break Rick, Sentient R Morty, Warrior Summer, Rick Facehugger, and Hemorrhage. I don't remember exactly what episode this is from, but I believe this is from the episode where Morty goes into that fighting ring where his arm goes sentient, I guess. And I believe this was someone which was flirting with Summer, and this was like Summer's boyfriend, quote unquote. I don't know. I don't really remember this guy too much. All I know is that his pop is really thick, you know. Got them butt cheeks on his pop. But yeah, really awesome pop, I have to say. It's a great pop. I picked them one up from Play and Collect, and Resistant Goldenfold I actually got from EB Games. So next up we have Bird Person. This is 176 in the pop animation line. In this line we have Weaponized Rick, Weaponized Morty, Mr. Meeseek, Squanchy, Bird Person, Mr. Poop Hole, and Snowball. This is a really awesome pop. I would love to see more Bird Person pops, even though I believe he died. Yeah, he did die. Rest in peace, Bird Person. But yeah, great pop. I do love this pop. I would love to see more Bird Person pops. Even though he wasn't in the show for too much. Maybe a Bird Person and Tammy 2-pack. I don't know. That would be cool to see. But yeah, Bird Person's really awesome character. I believe I got the one for Christmas. So next up we have Teacher Rick. This is 439 in the pop animation line. In this line, you could take a closer look. I'm going to stop saying who's in the line because I'm practically just repeating myself every time I say it. Teacher Rick, I don't remember exactly what episode it's from. To be honest, all the ones in the back, I don't really remember any of these episodes. Like, I kind of remember Noob. Yeah, he was from the Vindicator episode. I would love to see more of the characters from that episode being made into pops. They're made into mystery minis, so I can't see why they wouldn't make them into pops. Unity, I remember exactly what episode that's from, where she is Unity. Kiara, I believe that's Rick's girlfriend. I don't know. And Freebie Beth is from the ABCs of Beth, so I don't really remember where Slick and Morty and Teacher Rick come from. But yeah, there we have Teacher Rick. He's kind of serious. He has his hair pulled down a little bit, and it's just Rick being a teacher. I don't know. I don't know too much to say about the pop because I don't really remember that episode. But yeah, there we have Teacher Rick. So next up we have Lawyer Morty. This is 304 in the pop animation line. In this line we have, I'm not even going to say it. You can take a closer look if you want to. I believe this Lawyer Morty is from the episode where Rick and, Morty and Summer were testifying for Rick because of the portal gun and stuff like that, or Rick was being held somewhere. All I know is that Summer and Morty were testifying, and they had Lawyer Morty, in their, helping them out as a lawyer. I picked that one up from Indigo, and I picked up Teacher Rick from EB Games. So next up we have Noob Noob. This is 441 in the pop animation line. You can take a look at who's in this line. Noob Noob is a great character. This is a character that everyone wanted to see for a long time. I know Bearded Pop Hunter definitely wanted to see this pop made, and he has a couple of them actually. This is the guy from the Vindicator episode, and he's the janitor, and his catchphrase is God damn! God damn! God damn! You see that clip all over YouTube. If someone's reacting to something and they're surprised, they always use the Noob Noob clip, and it's always so funny to me because I gotta love that episode. So next up we have Mr. Poopy Butthole, which is 177 in the pop animation line. You can take a closer look at who's in this line. Honestly, it's probably Mr. Poopy Butthole, honestly, one of my favorite characters from the show. I'm super excited to see Mr. Poopy Butthole finally back in the new season. It looks like he's going to be a professor at a college or a university. I'm super excited to see what he's going to be doing in the new series. There's also an exclusive for Mr. Poopy Butthole, which I don't own, which is a Hot Topic exclusive, where he's wounded because Beth shot him. And you can see that he's holding the cane because he's still recovering from Beth shooting him. He still has a cane, actually, in the trailers and stuff like that. So it looks like he's still recovering. But yeah, there we have Mr. Poopy Butthole. So next up we have Cornelius Daniel. This is 3 for 34 in the pop animation line. You can take a closer look at who's in this line. I do love the blood splatter all over the box. It's really awesome. So if you don't know who Cornelius Daniel is the guy who is holding Rick. He's like one of the guys that was looking for Rick, and he finally got Rick, and he was holding him like in the prison cell. And he's the one that took Rick on his dreams, and you've seen where Rick's wife blew up, and so did Summer. And as you can see, he's eating Szechuan sauce. He's having the famous Szechuan sauce, which Rick had suggested to him, and he's having it. Such a great episode. Love that episode. Love the character. I would love to see maybe more of him being made into pops. I don't know. And from the same species, we have Crumbopulous Michael. This is the NYCC exclusive for 2017. I believe this was a shared exclusive to, I want to say GameStop EB Games. But yeah, I managed to get this one from my friend Brandon because I didn't actually, I didn't collect any of the Rick and Morty ones back in 2017. But Brandon sold it to me for a very good deal. So thank you, Brandon, if you're watching. I know he does watch on a few of my videos every now and then. But yeah, thank you, Brandon, so much for the great deal. He sold me a couple other Rick and Morty pops. I'll talk about that later on in the video when they do pop up. But yeah, Crumbopulous Michael is basically the assassin, which I guess kind of falls in the episode as well as with Roy and Morty and Cher and Rick and Cher. He's the assassin which Rick was selling guns to make money and then go to Bliss and Shits. It was a really awesome episode. That's probably one of my favorite episodes. I keep saying that. That was my favorite episodes. That was one of my favorite episodes. This was my favorite episode. That was my favorite episode. I don't know. I have so many great episodes. It's such a great show, so there's so many episodes that I do love. But yeah, there we have Crumbopulous Michael. And Cornelius Daniel I actually got from Indigo. So next up we have Beth. This is 301 in the pop animation line. You can take a closer look at who's in this line. I don't know exactly what episode Beth is from. I believe it's just Beth in general, like from any of the episodes. But yeah, she has a wine glass in one hand and the bottle of wine in the other hand, and she looks like she's about to cry. And also Beth, we have Fruipyland Beth, which is from the ABCs of Beth episode. This is 442 in the pop animation line. You can take a closer look at who's in this line. Great episode. I don't really remember it too much, but all I do remember is that the water, you could breathe under the water, and Rick was very sad that you could breathe under the water. But yeah, great episode, great character. I want to see more Beth pops made, because as of right now, those are the only 2 Beth pops made. So next up we have Summer, which is 303 in the pop animation line. In this line we have Scary Terry, Beth, Jerry, Young Rick, Lawyer Morty, and Summer. I don't know exactly what episode that's from. I believe it's the exact same thing as Beth, where it's just like, from any episode, it's just an embodiment of the character. She's on her phone, she's kind of giving attitude, I guess, based off of the facial expressions on the pop. I picked up Summer and Beth from Play and Collect, and I picked up Fruipyland Beth from EB Games. If you don't know what Play and Collect is a really awesome pop company that sells all sorts of pops and other things on their website. They have video games, and they actually have like a real store in Beamsville, Ontario. If you do want more information about Play and Collect, I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check them out. Really awesome pop company, and if you do end up purchasing anything, use my code RADPOPGUY to save 5% for your next purchase. And also Summer, we have Warrior Summer, which is 341 in the pop animation line. I also picked this one up from Play and Collect. I don't know exactly what episode this is from. I believe this is from the same episode as Hemorrhage. I might be wrong though. But yeah, Warrior Summer, really neat pop. I might have gotten that from Plain Collector, maybe I got it from somewhere else. So next up we have Snowball, which is 178 in the pop animation line. In this line we have Weaponized Rick, Weaponized Morty, Mr. Meeseeks, Snowball, Mr. Butthole, Bird Person, and Squanchy. Such a neat character. Honestly, I would love to see more Snowball maybe in the show. Not as pops, because there's already 3 Snowball pops. So I'd love to see more Snowball in the show. I would like to see how Snowball's doing now. Since they're bringing back like Gearhead and Mr. Poopy Butthole, I would love to see maybe Snowball in the show again. I don't know. He was really kind of left off, and he was only in one episode for a short amount. Well, the whole episode was based off of him practically, yeah. So basically, Snowball's like a smart dog where Rick made like something for the dog to stop peeing on the floor because Jerry's getting mad. And yeah, he had like some sort of helmet that he put on and made him like really smart. And he got so smart to the point where they invaded the planet with dogs, and they ended up moving to a different dimension because they didn't want to hurt Morty or something like that. And another Snowball pop we have is the Flock Snowball, which was exclusive to LA Comic-Con. This is a great pop. This was exclusive to, shared exclusive to Hot Topic. Same line as the other Snowball pop. But yeah, I got this one from my friend Brandon, and that one I actually got from Christmas. Brandon actually also hooked me up with this one for a really good deal. I didn't actually collect when this first released, so I didn't collect, not pops. I used to collect pops, I believe, back since 2016. But I didn't collect Rick and Morty ones just yet, so I didn't really get this one. So next up, we have Exoskeleton Snowball. This is another Snowball pop. This is actually the last Snowball pop. In this one, we have Pursuit Rick, Pursuit Morty, Berserker Squanchy, Resistant Goldenfold, Talker Xenon Bloom, and Exoskeleton Snowball. Really awesome pop. I have to say, it's probably one of my favorite, most detailed Rick and Morty pops. My favorite Rick and Morty pop. One of my favorite Rick and Morty pops, I have to say. It's just so well detailed. It looks so awesome. That's the first and only 6-inch Rick and Morty pop. I got that one from Hot Topic, I believe. Yeah, it's from Hot Topic. So next up we have Jaguar. I don't know. I remember in the show Rick called him Jaguar. I don't know. I'm going to call him Jaguar. I'm going to call him Jaguar because it's easier for me. But yeah, this was a 2019 Spring Convention exclusive ECCC Emerald City Comic Con. This was a shared exclusive to Hot Topic. And I didn't get this one the week it released because I wasn't really able to go to Hot Topic. So the only box I found was really messed up. As you can see on the back there, it's messed up. I don't care about box really. I just wanted the character more than anything. I want to have the character in my collection. So yeah, I managed to pick this one up for, I believe, $17 from Hot Topic. And it was a messed up box, but I don't really care. I don't really care about the box, but that's from the episode where, the Pickle Rick episode that's actually from. And he released Jaguar, and Jaguar helped him. They released Jaguar and him to fight, and Jaguar ended up helping him in the end. And he came back in a future episode where Rick and Morty were about to die. Something like that. It was a great character. So next up we have Kiara. This is 443 in the pop animation line. You can take a closer look at who's in this line. This is Jerry's girlfriend, I believe, which gave him special powers, something like that. I don't really remember that episode that much. But yeah, there we have Kiara. Not too much to say about that. I got that one from EB Games, I believe. EB Games or Hot Topic, maybe. Yeah, cool pop. It's really well detailed, not gonna lie. It doesn't stand too well because of the staff kind of pushes it back a little bit. I had to fix that by adding a little bit of hot water to the bottom of the stand and pushing it up. That's how you fix pops if you don't stand, if you don't know. I actually watched a Top Pops tutorial on that. So next up we have Tinkles and Ghost in the Jar, which is a 2017 Summer Convention exclusive. Glows in the Dark, 256 in the pop animation line. This is actually one of my first Rick and Morty pops that I ever got, and I was super lucky I got this one because it's currently going for like a good price. I believe like $60 it's going for. And I got that one from Toys R Us. It was a shared exclusive to Toys R Us. I originally had bought that way back when. I believe I had like 50 pops when I first got that. And it does come with the Ghost in the Jar, and the actual pop, Tinkles, doesn't glow. Ghost in the Jar glows. And Tinkles / Ghost in the Jar is from the episode where the parasites kind of invaded the house of the Sanchez family. Really, really awesome episode. Listen. I would love to see more pops made from that episode, like Pencilvester, the butler, or like the fridge. And next up we have Jerry, which is 302 in the pop animation line. This is a really awesome pop. I picked this one up from EB Games, I believe. Jerry is just practically just Jerry. I believe this is from a specific episode, unlike the Summer and Beth pops. That's from the episode where he is with the Mr. Meeseeks and stuff like that. As you can see in his hand, he's actually holding a Meeseeks box, and he's about to press it to help with the jar of pickles or mayonnaise, maybe? I don't know. It was to help with the jar. And yeah, great episode, great character. Gotta love Jerry. I wish there was more Jerry pops, but sadly there isn't because no one really likes Jerry. But yeah, there is another Jerry Pop, and that Jerry Pop is Tracksuit Jerry. And Tracksuit Jerry was first released for 2019 Summer Convention limited edition exclusive, and it was a shared exclusive to FYE. But I managed to pick this one up from Toys R Us because Toys R Us did get a lot of the San Diego Comic Con exclusives. You can take a closer look at who's in this line. This is actually one of the season 4 characters that was released before any of the trailers. I actually believe that one was released for. They were holding out on announcing it. And then they announced it after Rick and Morty had actually announced the little clip of Gluty and Tracksuit Jerry. Basically, Tracksuit Jerry and Gluty, by the looks of the 1-minute clip that they put out, we won't know until Sunday or today, maybe when the video's coming out. We won't know until the episode airs, which could be today or could be next week, could be the week after that. I don't know. We won't know until the episode airs. What's it about? But by the look of the 1-minute clip, it seems like he's getting help from this guy, which I'm about to show, and he's making an app. And the guy that I'm talking about is Gluty, and Gluty is helping Rick make an app, or sorry, not Rick, Jerry make an app about finding love, because Jerry is very lonely. This is a 2019 Summer Convention exclusive, which was a shared exclusive to EB Games, GameStop. You can take a closer look at who's in this line. It's kind of a glare because I'm holding, it's in a projector, sorry. But yeah, Gluty is an alien, which is actually, fun fact, voiced by Taika Waititi, which is the director of the Thor movies. Gluty is an alien who has his own species, and basically it's a bunch of, like, tech supporter, like... And on the topic of Season 4, these are the only 2 Season 4 pops that I own. And first off, we have Teddy Rick. This is 662 in the Pop Animation line. And here we have the brand new Rick and Morty Season 4 line. In this line, we have Hologram Rick Clone, Death Crystal Morty, Wasp Rick, Kirkline Meeseeks, and Teddy Rick. It's not focusing on the box. I wish it was. There you go. There's also a couple of exclusives in this line. There's a Walmart exclusive, Death Crystal Morty, where he's kind of floating. There's a Hologram Rick Clone exclusive of the Hologram Rick Clone for Hot Topic, Amazon, and the 12 Days of Funko shop. There's another exclusive, I believe. Is there another exclusive? No. And alongside the Teddy Rick Pop, we have the Teddy Rick Chase. I love this. I love this so much. I wanted this so bad, and I have it. I'm super lucky to have it. My brother's friend Leo, he was at Hot Topic when they first opened, and he said, because he knows that I collect Rick and Morty Pops and stuff like that, so he said he's seen the Chase. He asked my brother if I wanted it. My brother messaged me, and I said, yes, I do want it. So he ended up getting me the common and the Chase. So Leo, if you happen to be watching for some reason, thank you so much. But yeah, this is Chase Teddy Rick. The only difference between this and the common Pop is that he has, like, glass shards and blood coming out of him. Not too much known about that character, except for the fact that he's Rick as a teddy bear. Because it's from Season 4, so the episode's not out yet, so I would talk more about the character himself, but I don't know really too much about him. So next up, we have Squanchy. This is 175 in the Pop Animation line. You can take a closer look at who's in this line. Squanchy is a mysterious character. I believe he's coming up in the new season again. I'd like to hope so, because Squanchy is a great character. He was in an episode where they're holding a party at the house, and he was squanching, I'm squanching here, or something like that. He said something like that. And he was also in an episode where it was at Tammy and Bird Person's wedding. I love that character. I just gotta love Squanchy. He's so funny and mysterious, I guess. Unique, weird, but cool character. I'd love to see more of him in the new season. He might be in the new season. I don't really remember if I saw him in the trailer. I don't think I did. But yeah, there we have the normal Squanchy, which I picked up from EB Games, or maybe not. I picked up Squanchy from Plain Collect. And also, Squanchy related, we have Squanchy with Rope, which is exclusive to, I don't remember, FYE. Yeah, he's FYE exclusive. I picked this one up from EB Games. I'm really lucky that EB Games carries some of the FYE exclusives, or else I wouldn't be able to collect any of these Rick and Morty Pops, because half of them are exclusive. But you can take a closer look at who's in this line. Basically, it's just the same thing as this Squanchy, but he's smiling and he's holding a rope. Kind of looks like it could be a chase, because, I don't know, Funko does chases like that, where the expression is different, they're like holding something different. But yeah, great pop. I don't remember exactly which episode that's from. I believe it's just the same episode as the other Squanchy, where he's holding the rope, and in the other one he's holding a bottle, I guess. I don't remember what episode it's from. And next up we have Berserker Squanchy, another Squanchy once again. Gotta love this Squanchy line. This is from the episode where he was at Tammy and Bird Person's wedding, and he took the pill to fight against the guards, or whatever you want to call them, the police officers, whatever. I don't remember what they're called. There's a specific name for them. I'll put up on the screen if I remember to. But yeah, he was fighting against them, and he took like a pill that helped him go into a rage mode. It was like putting a rage spell on him in Clash of Clans. So next up we have Scary Terry. This is 300 in the Pop Animation line. In this line, you can take a closer look at who's in this line. Scary Terry is a really awesome pop. He was only in one episode. I would love to see him return again, but I highly doubt that he's going to return just because of how it is, because he was only in dreams and stuff like that. So I don't think he's going to be returning. But yeah, Scary Terry was an episode where basically they went into Golden Fold's dreams, and then they went inside of someone's in his dreams, and then from there they went to someone's dreams, and then they went to that guy's dreams, and then from there they went to that girl's dreams, and then they ended up finding Scary Terry. So that's how Scary Terry happened. And then we have Scary Terry Hot Topic exclusive. I actually picked up that Scary Terry, I believe, from Plain Collect, maybe? Yeah, I think Plain Collect. And next up we have Scary Terry Hot Topic exclusive. This is 344 in the Pop Animation line. You could take a closer look at who's in this line. I picked this one up from Hot Topic, as you could tell, because it's Hot Topic on the sticker. But yeah, that one, he's actually in his underwear, and he's holding his hat kind of down towards, like, his stomach area, his chest area, whatever you want to say. The part of the episode where that's from is from where Rick went into this house and met with Scary Terry, I believe. But yeah, I would love to see Scary Terry's family in a 4-pack, maybe. Scary Terry, his wife, and his kids. I don't know. And next up, we have GameStop exclusive Scary Terry. This is 300 in the Pop Animation line. Same thing as this Scary Terry, just like exact same mold, but this one's like a neon kind of color, and he glows in the dark. I don't know why the sticker is actually so big on this pop. It's a really big sticker. Like, for comparison, let me see if I can find another GameStop exclusive. The Rick GameStop exclusive and that one, you can take a look at how big the sticker is. I don't know why it's that big. But yeah, that one came in a bundle where it came with the shirt, and it was a really unique and awesome shirt. It's probably one of my favorite shirts I have right now. It's a really awesome shirt. I do own only 2 Funko shirts. I would love to get more, but they don't really sell them anywhere near me. That one was given to me from Top Pops, who had bought it from GameStop in the States, because they didn't sell them at any of the EB games around me. He bought that one from GameStop in the States, and he gave it to me at Toronto Comic Con, and it came with a shirt, like I said, and the pop. Alright, so now we're done with all of those characters. Those are all random characters. Now we can jump to the Rick and Morty duos, I guess, whatever you want to say. Alright, so now I've cleared the table. Now we have more space for the Rick and Morty duos. I'm going to be showing these off together, so that way, I don't know, because they're both practically the same thing, like Alien Rick, Alien Morty. I'll just show them off together. So starting off, we have Weaponized Rick and Weaponized Morty. Weaponized Rick is 172 in the Pop Animation line. These were both from the Parasite episode, so the same episode as Tingle / Ghost in a Jar, where they had like the guns in their hand and they were going around shooting the parasites, and they were trying to figure out who was a parasite and who wasn't. Like I said, it's probably one of my favorite episodes. I'm so happy that Funko made the Tingle / Ghost in a Jar pop, but I would love to see more from that episode. And also we have the Weaponized Rick Chase, which is 172 in the Pop Animation line. The difference between the Weaponized Rick and Weaponized Rick Chase is the Weaponized Rick Chase, actually, he's smiling. I believe that's the only difference. Yeah, it looks like the only difference is that he's smiling. It looks like they posed the exact same. At first, for some reason, I thought these were in promotion for the virtual reality game, because the Chase Weaponized Rick did come in for the... Well, not the Weaponized Rick. They sold these pops alongside the virtual reality games. So I was thinking for the longest time they were for the virtual reality games, and then people started telling me they were from the Parasite episodes. So I guess they are, but I don't know. I thought they were from the virtual reality games because you could get these from there. Also, one I forgot to show off before with the random pops is the Sentianar Morty Chase. This is 340 in the Pop Animation line. There's actually a common version for this, as well you would expect because it is a Chase. I just don't own the common yet for some reason. It's funny, I know. I own the Chase, but I don't own the common. The commons were literally worth $6. I just came up passing on it because I see it for like 15 or like 18 and stuff like that. So I want to buy it for like 6 if it's going for 6. I bought this Chase off my friend Ryan for, I think, $20. It was a really good deal. Thank you so much, Ryan. Actually, no. I bought this and the Pork Chase for $25. Thank you, Ryan. That was a really good deal. Yeah, I really do love this pops. The only difference between this and the common is that the common, he has his hand kind of upwards and he's smiling, or frowning, sorry. And this one, he has his hand outwards with blood on it and he's frowning, or smiling, sorry. So next up, we have the original green box, Morty and Rick. Rick is 112 in the Pop Animation line. In this line, we have Rick, Morty, and Rick with Portal Gun. There's also Doofus Rick from this line, and I believe Evil Morty and, Evil Morty and Doofus Rick. Those are the only 2 from this line that aren't on the back of the box. And then they're done with this green box. Actually, something I noticed, on the bottom corner, it says Blitz and Chits. I don't know if you can see that, if I can focus properly. It says Blitz and Chits right in the bottom corner. It's the exact same thing as the pin. And these came out way before the... It says 2017 on the bottom, so I guess that's when it was manufactured, this pop. But this came out way before the Blitz and Chits pops came out, so that's pretty cool to see. And yeah, here we have Morty as well, 113. I picked up Morty from, Plain Collect, and I picked up Rick from my friend Ryan for $10. But yeah, there we have the Rick and Morty. Those are the original characters. Rick, I don't know exactly what episode that's from, but he has like his little metal canister, I believe. And the Morty is from the episode where they went on an adventure and they were going for the little like nuts or whatever that were really like expensive. And Morty had to get those nuts and shove them. I'm gonna keep it family friendly. So next up we have Evil Morty. This is 141 in the pop animation line. Really awesome pop. This is of course from the Evil Morty episode where there was Evil Rick and Evil Morty. It's cool to see there's like a villain in the show. I don't know. I would love to see Evil Morty returning, but I don't know if he's gonna be returning because he was only in that one episode and never come back. And this one right here is Rick with Portal Gun, Hot Topic exclusive, 114 in the pop animation line. This is a really old pop, I believe. Yeah, this was released back in 2016, about 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago now. Oh my, 2020 is very soon. As you can tell, I picked this one up for $30 from Toronto Comic Con. I really need to take that sticker off. I just haven't gone to it. I was too lazy to take my blow dryer out because, if you don't know, to take out these stickers so you don't damage the window, is you blow dry first so it becomes hot, and like the glue in the back of it starts becoming hot and it kind of peels off better. But yeah, here we have Rick with portal guns, just practically Rick with his portal gun, not from a specific episode or anything. Hot Topic exclusive, original green box. That's it for all the green boxes that I have. The only other green box pop I believe there is Doofus Rick, and that's it. The green box is honestly probably my favorite box because it's just looks more like Rick and Morty, and the black one is kind of like space and stuff like that. I don't know. I like the green box more. So next up we have Swifty Rick, which is a Hot Topic exclusive, 572 in the pop animation line. You can take a closer look at who's in this line. This was released to Hot Topic this year, I believe. I never actually threw this in a video. I never threw this into a haul video or anything, so most of you probably don't know that I have this. But yeah, there we have Swifty Rick. Basically, he's like on the ground and he's singing, "Get on the floor, it's time to get swifty." Such a great song. Rick and Morty always dropping bangers. Gotta love that song. And then of course with Swifty Rick we have Swifty Morty, which was exclusive to Barnes and Noble. I actually got this from Barnes and Noble surprisingly. Since there's no Barnes and Noble around me. As you can tell, the box is really bad because Barnes and Noble's is terrible at shipping. And there's also like white stuff on the side of Morty's head. It looks like the paint's coming off a little bit. But yeah, it's not that the shipping was bad. It's just that they put this into the box because the box came in completely fine. It was in a sorter. It was in bubble wrap. Or no, it wasn't in a sorter. It was in bubble wrap. And it looked like the box was fine. It was in the box. It wasn't nothing to do with the shipping. It just seemed like they threw this into there knowing it was damaged. But yeah, Swifty Rick and Swifty Morty, both from the episode where basically they were singing to the big heads above, the gods or whatever you want to call them. Some people believe it was gods in the episode, and these two and Obama or the president, I think it was Obama, I don't know. The president was with them, and they knew it was just there because it was like a real life big version of The Voice, I guess. So next up we have Alien Rick and Alien Morty. Honestly, I'm gonna get these through really fast. Alien Rick, Alien Morty, literally in the episode for like 2 seconds. They're both exclusive to Emerald City Comic Con 2018. Hot Topic shared exclusive. Not too much known about these characters. I'm not a huge fan of these characters. They're really neat pops, don't get me wrong. They look sick. But they were literally in the background of an episode for 2 seconds. They're not even main characters. They were literally in the background. So I don't really understand what the point of making them into pops is. But hey, Funko, if that's what you're going to do, I'm fine with it. So next up we have Purge Suit Rick and Purge Suit Morty. Purge Suit Rick is 566 in the pop animation line. And Purge Suit Morty is 567 in the pop animation line. You can take a closer look at who's in this line on the back. These are both from the episode where they went to the other planet, I guess, and they had it was Purge Night on the planet. So as you can see, Purge Suit, Morty, and Rick, they were both going crazy. Personally, I would love to see more characters from this episode, such as Arthrisha or the storyteller for that Morty killed. It would be awesome to see more characters from that episode. I think Arthrisha was leaked a while back, but that's never going to happen because it's like those Instagram posts where they say that these pops are going to come out, and they literally never come out. Because I remember making a video, like I remember it was back in November of last year, so it would be like almost a year ago now. And it was Arthrisha was leaked, Aberdoff Linkler, I think Jaguar, which ended up coming out, and a couple others, but they never happened. So I don't know. It could be due to the fact that Funko just never released him, or it could be due to the fact that that person just wants clicks and wants people to believe that they're good at leaking that stuff. But yeah. So next up we have Shrimp Rick and Shrimp Morty. These are also characters that we don't know too much about because these are from the season 4 episodes. These are both NYCC exclusives to this year's 2019 fall convention. So these are brand new. I had such a massive voice crack right there. Really weird characters. I don't know too much to say about these because, like I said, they're from the season 4, and there wasn't really a clip release, unlike Gluty and Tracksuit Jerry, where there was like a clip release for them. there's not a clip for release for these, so there's not too much known about these. I think they're gonna be like side characters, like not even gonna be in the episode for too long. But they're really neat pops to see made because, you know, they're both shrimp. Morty still has a shirt on. Rick has his extra limbs because he's a shrimp, I guess. I don't know. It's just classic Rick and Morty pops being weird, I guess. I don't know. Rick and Morty is weird, so yeah, there's that. So next up, we have Toxic Rick and Toxic Morty. Toxic Rick is 335 in the pop animation line. You can take a closer look at who's in this line. Toxic Morty is also here, 336 in the pop animation line. These two glow in the dark very well. I'll see if I can get a picture. If I can, I'll put it up on the screen right now. Like I said, these two glow in the dark really well. These were both exclusive to Target, I believe, back in 2018, maybe 2017. But yeah, these are really awesome pops. These are from the episode where basically the toxic versions of Rick and Morty themselves came out. And they had to find a way. The actual Rick and Morty had to find a way to get rid of Toxic Rick and Toxic Morty because I believe Rick or Morty broke something in the garage that released Toxic Rick and Toxic Morty. I believe that's how it worked. But yeah, really awesome episode. I really did love it. And I picked both of those up from the Fan Expo EB Games booth. I believe back in 2018. Also, I forgot to mention, I picked up Shrimp Rick and Shrimp Morty from Hot Topic, of course, since they're sure exclusive to Hot Topic. Pursue Rick and Pursue Morty from Hot Topic as well. Alien Rick and Alien Morty from Hot Topic. This one from Toronto Comic Con. Evil Morty from Top Pops. And yeah, I just want to make sure I got all that. So next up, we have Western Rick and Western Morty. These two are still on the shelf, so if you do want to get these, definitely check your local EB Games or GameStops. These were released for Summer Convention SDCC 2018, 363 and 364 in the pop animation line. You can take a closer look at who's in this line. Like I said, you can still find these probably at EB Games or GameStop. They're on sale. They're in the clearance section. No one really wanted them because they're really background characters. They're not really main characters from the episode. I think they're great characters. They look really well, but I'm not a huge fan of them still because they're background characters, like I said. But yeah, there we have Western Rick and Western Morty. Pick those two up from EB Games back when they released because they were shared exclusive to EB Games for 2018 SDCC. Yeah, like I said, those were like background exclusives. If you want those, you can still probably get those for a very good price at EB Games or GameStop for like $8 probably. And yeah, there we have Western Rick and Western Morty. Here we have Mad Max Rick, which is a pop ride. And you can take a closer look at who's in this line. This is such a great pop. Honestly, I love this pop for photos. I've taken several photos on my Instagram of this pop. I do love this pop. It's so well detailed. Great pop. This is from the Mad Max Rick. I don't know exactly what episode this is from, but if I'm correct, I believe this is from the Sentient or Morty episode or possibly Hemorrhage episode. I'm not exactly sure. It would be like 10 times better if the pop rides like actually move, like the wheels on them moved. I don't know. That would be so cool. But yeah, Mad Max Rick, I picked this one up from Plain Collect for a total of $15. I remember a while ago I bought 8 or 7 Rick and Morty pops from Plain Collect, including this pop ride, for $75 total shipped. It was a really good deal. So like I said, really good deals and really awesome pops and other merchandise. You can check out Plain Collect. There'll be a link in the description below. I've opened up their mystery box on my channel. I've opened up packages from them. Highly suggest checking them out. I'll put a link in the description below. And use my code RYTHEPOPGUY to save 5% off your purchase. And next up, we have Rick Ship, which is a Hot Topic exclusive. You can take a closer look at who's in this line. I believe it's the same line as this one, am I right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Alright, I didn't actually know that. This one actually released before this one. This drawing looks more like a sketch, and this one actually looks like a finished drawing. I don't know. It's kind of cool, though. But yeah, there we have Rick Ship. This was released back in 2017, 2018, I believe, for a shared exclusive Hot Topic. I gotta say, I love this pop. It's such a great pop to take photos of. I love all the pop rides because they're really awesome to take photos of. But yeah, Rick Ship. This is practically just Rick in his ship. I don't know exactly what episode this is from. There's many episodes where Rick is in his ship. So next up, we have Rick and Morty in Chair from the Blitz and Chits box that I got. In this line, we have Rick and Morty in Chair and Roy. This is literally that's it for the line. They just released a line specifically for the Blitz and Chits box. These were actually released back when they stopped doing Rick and Morty pops for like about a couple months. And they released these pops just to keep the Rick and Morty fans, I guess, hyped. And the possibilities for the boxes was to get Rick and Morty, Rick and Roy, Morty and Roy. And most of the time, people got Rick and Morty just because they were really common. And Roy was like kind of the chase of the box. I'll show off Roy in a second. Great pop. I'll talk about that after, though. Rick and Morty, this is from the episode where they went to Blitz and Chits. They were, Rick was selling stuff. He was selling stuff to Crumbopulous Michael. And he was selling guns to Crumbopulous Michael because Crumbopulous Michael is an assassin. And basically he was using that money at Blitz and Chits. And they were playing in a machine where they had to sit down and they were playing as Roy, Great episode, and they also did make Roy into a character, which I will show off right now. And here we have Roy. I had to save the best for last because Roy is worth $230. I don't know how. Don't ask me. This guy is worth a lot. This is my most expensive pop in my collection. He's slightly damaged on the side of the box. I picked these up, by the way, from GameStop's website. I purchased these for like, I think, 40, 50 bucks. I don't know. It was too much for how much they're going for now, because they're only going for like $5 now. But yeah, here we have Roy. He's going for $200, and these two are going for $5 each, practically. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Have to keep this guy in my vaulted vinyl protectors because vaulted vinyl has the best protectors in the game. That's just my opinion. But yeah, vaulted vinyl protectors are honestly amazing for a really good price, and they're really sturdy. I don't know. Have to love these protectors. He was a GameStop exclusive, and Roy is practically the character that Morty and Rick were playing as in the episode. And this is definitely one of the pops I'd love to see made, because Roy was like a side character. He wasn't even in the episode for too long, but it was definitely like a scene from the episode that I loved. So I'm really happy to see Funko was making that. I'm really happy to see Funko had made Roy. But yeah, Roy's going for $230, and the reasoning behind that is because Roy is technically the chase of the box, I guess. I don't know. I think he's a chase because most people got Rick and Morty, and I've only seen like a handful of people getting Roy. And for a very good deal, I picked up Roy from Noah Nades, which is Top Pop's brother, because Tristan had sold one of his Roys because Tristan was lucky enough to get 2 Roys, and I was super bummed out I didn't get a Roy. And Tristan was lucky enough to get 2 Roys, and he sold it to Noah for $5, and then Noah sold it to me for $20, and now it's going for $230. It's probably going for a little bit less, my pop specifically, because it's a little bit damaged. But I'm super happy to have this in my collection, and it's my most expensive pop. But anyways, guys, that's been it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a like on the video. I know it was a really long video, guys. I tried to shorten it out as much as I could in some spots where I didn't need too much talking, but in some spots it just didn't really make sense to shorten it out, so I kept it as it was. Also, there were certain parts in the video where I talked about Rick and Morty characters that were from the new season, like Teddy Rick or Shrimp Rick and stuff like that. That was before the episode came out yesterday, because I'm recording this the Monday of that the video should be coming out, and that was before I filmed that before the actual new season started. So I didn't know too much about the characters. I didn't know that Teddy Rick was literally in the show for 4 seconds. I didn't know Shrimp Rick was only in the show for like 2 minutes. Shrimp Morty being like 10 seconds. I didn't even know Wasp Rick was a main part of the episode. But my question for Funko is, why is the whole new wave of Funko Pops literally from the first episode? And that got me thinking, does that mean they're going to be releasing a lot more Rick and Morty Pops? Because I really hope not, because my wallet is sad. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I do post Rick and Morty content quite frequently since it is one of my favorite fandoms. I have plenty of Funko Pop videos, so if you do want to check out the rest of my videos, please check them out. It really helps out the channel a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video. I feel like I said this 12 times. And subscribe to the channel. Turn the post notifications on. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Peace.